Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. I have to tell you, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises, but right now, what's unfolding around the Washington Commanders is truly intriguing and could have long-lasting implications for the franchise. We're talking about a team that's riding high after an impressive 2024 season, a season that surprised many and put the NFL on notice that the Commanders are more than just a team on the rise. They're becoming a serious contender. But as always, the NFL is a league where the smallest detail can turn into a major story. And right now, the biggest question mark for Washington is what's happening with their star wide receiver, Terry McLaurin. You see, McLaurin has been the heart and soul of this franchise for years. Drafted in 2019 in the third round, he's grown into one of the most reliable, consistent, and underrated wide receivers in the entire league. Despite playing with quarterbacks who often left a lot to be desired, McLaurin's production has been nothing short of remarkable. He's accumulated at least 0 yards in each of the last 5 seasons, a feat that speaks volumes about his talent, work ethic, and ability to produce no matter the circumstances. In his rookie season, he was just shy of that 0-yard mark, and many believed that with a better quarterback he could have easily surpassed that milestone. But over the years, even with less than stellar quarterback play, McLaurin has consistently been a threat on the field, always drawing double coverage, always making big plays, and always showing up when his team needed him most. And let's not forget, last season, with Jayden Daniels under center, McLaurin truly showcased his potential. In 2024, he caught 82 passes for over 196 yards and scored a career-high 13 touchdowns. That performance earned him his second Pro Bowl selection and a spot on the All-Pro second team, an acknowledgement of his elite talent. It was one of those seasons that made you realize just how special a player he is, even if the national spotlight doesn't always shine on him because of the team's overall profile. But now, as we look ahead to the upcoming season, the big question is, what's going to happen with his contract? This is where things get complicated. McLaurin is entering the final year of his current deal, which is worth around $36 million over 3 years. From everything we're hearing, thanks to NFL insider Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated, the situation isn't exactly smooth sailing. McLaurin has been notably absent from mandatory minicamp, a clear sign that he's unhappy with the current state of negotiations. Now, it's not uncommon for star players to hold out or skip certain off-season activities, especially when they're seeking a new contract or trying to send a message. But in this case, the disconnect between the player and the team raises some eyebrows, especially with training camp just around the corner. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. What makes this situation more pressing is the fact that McLaurin isn't just a good receiver, he's an essential piece of Washington's offensive puzzle. The team had a breakout season in 2024, and part of that success was due to the stability and production McLaurin provided. The Commanders made a bold move by trading for Deebo Samuel from San Francisco, adding even more firepower to their receiving core. That means they now have a legitimate duo that can stretch the field and create mismatches. Daniels has a lot of weapons to work with, and McLaurin is undoubtedly one of the key pieces. But if the star receiver continues to hold out or refuses to sign a new deal, it could jeopardize the chemistry and offensive rhythm that Washington built last season. The big worry here is that the two sides are not exactly on the same page right now. According to Breer, there's still some work to do, and the negotiations haven't reached a point where both parties are satisfied. This is typical in NFL contract talks, especially with players of McLaurin's caliber. Contract disputes happen all the time, and they usually get resolved, but timing is everything. With the NFL season approaching quickly, the pressure is mounting. If they can't come to an agreement before training camp kicks off, it might lead to a tense start to the season, and that's the last thing any NFC East team wants, especially a team as ambitious as Washington. Now, some fans might be worried, thinking about a potential trade or even the possibility of losing McLaurin. But honestly, that seems unlikely at this point. The Commanders value him too much to let him go for nothing, especially given his proven production and leadership qualities. It's worth noting that McLaurin is about to turn 30, which in NFL terms is often seen as the beginning of the decline phase for receivers. However, he's shown no signs of slowing down. If anything, he's still playing at an elite level. His route running, hands, and ability to make contested catches are all top tier, and he remains one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league. This situation also highlights a broader trend across the NFL: teams and players negotiating contracts, sometimes stretching into the season, sometimes leading to holdouts. But what's encouraging for Washington fans is that, despite the current friction, it's very likely that the team will find a way to keep McLaurin happy and in the fold. The franchise has shown a commitment to building around their young core, and McLaurin is undoubtedly part of that future. The front office knows how important he is, not just for the current season, but for the team's long-term success. And let's not forget, the Commanders have a rich history of developing wide receivers. From Art Monk to Santana Moss, and more recently Terry McLaurin himself, Washington has always valued their pass catchers. The coaching staff and management are well aware that locking down their star receiver with a new deal is not just about keeping a talented player. It's about signaling to the league and to their fans that they're serious about contending. They want to build an offense that is dynamic, versatile, and capable of competing with the best in the league, and McLaurin is central to that vision. Looking at the bigger picture, the NFC East is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. The Eagles are reigning champions and have an explosive roster. The Dallas Cowboys are always a threat with their defense and offensive weapons, and the New York Giants are on the rise, with a young, talented roster that's looking to make a leap. In this environment, the Commanders need to maximize their roster and keep their core players happy, especially someone like McLaurin, who can change the game with a single play. The upcoming season is pivotal for Washington. Despite their recent success, they're still fighting for respect and recognition across the league. A strong season, coupled with stability at the receiver position, could propel them deep into the playoffs and possibly even put them in Super Bowl contention. But that hinges on their ability to resolve these contract issues, develop their young talent, and maintain consistency. And speaking of young talent, the addition of Deebo Samuel was a strategic move that shows they're serious about competing now. Samuel's explosiveness and versatility are exactly what the offense needs to keep defenses guessing. Pairing him with McLaurin gives Washington one of the most dangerous wide receiver duos in the league. Imagine the possibilities with Jaden Daniels now in his second year, more comfortable, more confident, and with a full arsenal of weapons. The potential is there, but it all starts with ensuring that their star players are happy and committed. In the end, the situation with Terry McLaurin is a classic NFL story: a talented player, a team that wants to keep him, and negotiations that could define the season. It's a delicate dance that requires patience, good communication, and a bit of luck. But if history teaches us anything, it's that these things tend to work out, especially when both sides see the value in each other. Washington is known for their resilience, and their front office has a track record of making smart moves. Expect them to be working tirelessly behind the scenes to get a deal done, because losing McLaurin would be a blow they're not willing to accept. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this situation? Do you think they'll come to an agreement before training camp? Are you worried about losing McLaurin, or do you believe the team will find a way to keep him happy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of this team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and analysis on everything happening with the Washington Commanders. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep building this family. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, supporting our team through thick and thin, hoping for another Super Bowl run, and celebrating the players who make this team special. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Commanders.